All right, we are live. I can kind of see myself in the screen up there. Let's cut this down just a little bit. Hopefully, you guys can hear me good because I've got the microphone down here on my earbuds. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. I am on my way to work, stopping by the store to grab just a little bit to have to eat. Some right now, some later. And I wanted to talk about having a studio, kind of a thing, because that idea has kind of changed just a little bit for me. So it always used to be I was thinking about what I would do, in my house as a studio, what I would do in my future house as a studio, which, like, my future house, I definitely wanted to have large rooms, whether I build it myself or buy it. Well, I wouldn't build it myself. I would design it and pay somebody else to build it. I do not like manual labor whatsoever. I've done some of that on this house that I'm living in now. It's not fun. But maybe I just need to put on more hearing protection and stuff, because that's the thing that seems to bother me the most, all the loud noises. And I would have it on, or I stand away when there were going to be really, really loud noises. You normally would. But I don't think most people put on hearing protection when you're just hammering nails in. But that is really loud for me, and I don't like it. Let's put you just over the earbuds. There we go. So, I want to definitely have large spaces for studios. And right now, we're planning on a space upstairs is gonna be for a studio. I'll show you guys at some point, but there's a little space that it's gonna be just a small, stop motion studio. And if I decide to have one wall completely black, then it would serve as a black background if I ever feel like doing some black background stuff. So that's for now, and and also, I don't really see this YouTube thing as being a full-time job. I would be totally fine if it would. If all of a sudden I started making enough money off of YouTube that I could continue saving for my mission at the same rate that I have been, and stuff like that, then I might consider leaving Dollar Tree and doing this more. But then also, I also kind of feel like I owe it to Dollar Tree. I actually don't. I haven't done anything where I do owe them something. I just feel like, they need all the help they can get. I'm a nice guy. I want to help them. So, that's what I want to do. Just because I'm nice. It's part of the reason why I don't go and get another job. It would have to pay a lot more an hour and be a significantly better job. I think Harbor Freight is hiring. They're only hiring for freight, the stalkers right now, but it's $10 an hour is the minimum wage, which is kind of tempting, but I'm sticking with Dollar Tree because they need all the help they can get. And at the store that I work at, I'm one of the best employees. I'm not trying to brag or anything. They even complimented me. I was the only person they kept on after Christmas 2016 rush was over, and they didn't need as many people. So, so if this became a job, I would love that. But even then, I would still want to work for other people. I still kind of want the experience that can be gained from doing things other people's ways. From other people saying, I like what you did with the edit, but can you do this instead? Tweak that a little bit. And they're like, you made the colors a little bit warm. Make them a little bit more sad and stuff, which I think color grading is separate from the editing process. They have specific colorists that go in, and that seems crazy to me. I wouldn't mind adding color grading to my list of stuff that I can do. However, for me, it's different and simple. I'll touch on this lightly and get back to topic. Do you have anybody? Nope, nobody watching. That's okay. No worries. don't worry, guys. I know somebody will see this eventually. There's always like 1 or 2 people that watch it after it's all over with. Still don't know why I still don't know why like always 1 or 2 people watch when I stream from the computer, but not when I stream from my phone. But anyways, what I'm gonna do for the Airborne Death color grading, like when I shoot, I try and make the footage look like it does in real life. Same thing with my pictures too. When I see something in real life, I want my photo to look exactly like it does in real life. If it's gonna make the colors pop out and be more vibrant, then I'm gonna say, ick, no thank you. There's time and place for that, but I'll do that afterwards if I want to. I do like an orangey kind of color on things, but I don't specifically put it on a lot of stuff, although it does look good on things. But I like things to look like they do in real life. And then as far as color grading goes, I'm not probably going to do anything fancy where I tweak like the contrast and stuff like that. I might, but most likely what I'm going to do is just find the tool in Pinnacle Studio that gives me a color wheel, and then I'm going to just adjust the colors. Like, this scene it's a little bit more sad. Why don't we make it just a little bit more blue colored? This scene is a little more happy. Let's make it a little bit warmer colored. You know, go based off of that is what I'm going to do when I color grade this film. Just change the colors for the effect. First time that I've ever, not the first time that I've ever done color grading, but I did it once. It was for the music video of Hokah's Wave that I never finished. Or no, Total Fusion, sorry. Hokah's Wave was the one that I never started. Yeah, and that one is on the list. I'm gonna finish it. I think I'll do it next after I finish this film. But so back to the studio thing. You know, I see myself working for other people. I can be a video editor. I can work the boom operator. I'm willing to do some camera work. I can set up lights. I'm willing to do some acting, although I'm not super hopeful about that one because I'm not super good of an actor. Voice acting, though, a lot of people compliment me on my voice. They say I should go into the radio business or something. So, be like a radio announcer. So, I'm willing to do voice acting. That one, with the number of people that like my voice, I'm kind of saying, yeah, I think I will look into that at some point. So I see myself working for other people, and then doing my stuff alongside that. So when I'm not working for somebody else, I'm busy working on one of my own projects, and I'm working on one of my own projects and kind of looking around for the next project with somebody else. But then, you know, and like my studio would be out of my house, and I would, you know, my family would be my assistants, unless my kids really didn't want to, but hopefully my wife would, you know. It's not 100% necessary, but I am gonna look for a wife that would be fine helping me with my YouTube channel and doing this. Because it'd be really nice to have a partner in it. So, but yeah, my help will be mostly my family, and you know, I'll get other people as needed. You know, I'm gonna work the camera this time, so I need a boom operator and some actors. I'll go out and find those, and then whenever dogs do that, it's always scary, especially since I always forget where they are. Like, I know there's a dog living there, I remember it now, but always kind of scary. But I guess that's they're trying to be scary. They're saying, get off my lawn. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not even on your lawn. But they don't know that. Anyways, so that's kind of what I see. Doing most of my stuff outside of the house and paying them. Right now it's definitely mostly free work, but in the future I do want to be at a point where I could pay people, but I see it mostly out of pocket. Like, so for the project that I was thinking about doing, I was going to write the script and film after Airborne Death. That one I kind of wanted to pay people. And so I've been thinking about, you know, I should start setting aside some money, so then when that time comes, then, oops, you guys are rotating, there we go. When that time comes, then I can pay people to be in my project. But, yeah, you know, I don't know what I'm doing next, but that's kind of a thing that I see happening out of pocket mostly. But then the other day, I was watching a video by Presley from Act Out Games. That's like, I don't really watch that channel a lot. I subscribed a long time ago because she was at a panel with some of the smart educational YouTube channels I like Smarter Every Day. And she just said that she liked him, and so I checked out her channel and subscribed. It was pretty small back then. It's gotten big. But anyways, she was talking about going into, it was kind of like a vlog. We're getting a little bit hot here. It was a vlog of her going to audition for this TV show, I think it was. And, sorry if you guys keep tipping over to watch that. So it was a TV show she was going to audition for. And she couldn't say what it was or anything about it, which I understand that. But just her talking about it, for some reason, it just sparked this desire in me to get a studio. I've thought about it once or twice in the past, and those thoughts usually end with, it costs, that's gonna cost money. Like, I try and avoid doing things that, stop rotating. Trying to avoid doing things that cost money other than, what's the word? Other than, like, paying people, buying props and more gear to make my productions better. Like a new camera or something. That's the reason why I don't have, that was the reason why I don't have the Adobe editing software. I thought about it, but I couldn't find, like, I was thinking about it at the time that they were just barely switching over to the monthly subscription plan. I understand why they did it, and I don't necessarily hate them for it. But I was thinking, what if I got the version just before that? And that really quickly ended in, well, even if you went on, like, eBay and found a never opened copy, the Adobe doesn't trust eBay. And so it's not a legal copy. But I'm probably never going to have an editing software like that. I'm totally fine with using an editing software like that. You know, if some other company hires me for that, you know, I do want to at some point learn it a little bit and see so that I can work for other people, because a lot of them use that editing software, and so I want to be able to use it too, because that's what they use. But I also kind of think for some companies, though, if you don't need a lot of the tools, like some of the jobs that I looked at on KSL for a video editor and applied for, I didn't get them that good yet. Or there's probably other reasons too. But, nope. There we go, rotate you right back up. They, looking at that, I don't know exactly what types of editors they're doing. I didn't Google their company and stuff. But just the way they described it, it sounded like they could, whoa, come on. I just found a piece of a lighter. This is something that I kind of sort of collect. I'm going to put this in my pocket here for my collection. But it sounded like they could get away with Pinnacle Studio 8 Ultimate. And they don't need to pay the monthly subscription. There are big advantages to having tools like that. Like I said, I don't know what they're doing in regards to that. You know, I just had a thought. What if selfie stick wasn't round, okay? What if, bring you in closer, that will make it easier. What if it was square? Still telescoping, but square, so that it couldn't rotate like that. That's something, that's something for somebody to think about. But also, my phone is not completely center on the mount or top because of the way the buttons are on the case. So what was I thinking of? Yeah, I'm just going to bring you in all the way down. There we go. So, where was I? Yeah. Let's get back to the studio thing. So I was thinking, so I don't go for stuff that costs money, like the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription service. But, you know, and I don't see myself using that in the future, especially since Blackmagic Fusion is free. And so, I don't know. I can use Blackmagic Fusion, the free version. I mean, that one I might upgrade. There are some tools that I think could be useful in there. I still have to do more research about them before I shell out the money. But I might do that at some point, especially since it's not a subscription service. But that, you know, maybe that, but I don't see no. Even if I did make enough money off of YouTube that I could support a family, still have money to take them to the movies and go on some vacations or something here and there, do fun stuff with them, and pay for Creative Cloud subscription, hey, I still wouldn't do it. I still kind of want more money. Kind of want more money for myself, so I have more money to put towards my productions and things. I just don't see it as a necessary cost. I do like some of the things that Adobe can do, but I don't see it as a necessary cost. So now back to the studio thing, where this all started. So after watching the video by Presley from Act Out Games, if you guys want to see it, let me know, and I will leave it down in the comment section below. I'm supposed to do that for one other video too. Just remembered. But or I'll leave it in the description. But there is, what's the word? So it kind of got me inspired to have an actual studio. It got me thinking, you know, actually, it sounds really cool if I had a team, not just me and one other person, not just a partner, you know, and if it comes to where, like, I have a wife and she's helping me, more than just her, you know, a team of at least 5 people that, and we have a studio, and its sole purpose is to make videos for the Cultures 101 YouTube channel. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing now doesn't need that big of a team, but it could be better if it had a team. I'm not thinking about that as much as I'm thinking about, like, the short films and stuff. It'd be nice if I had 5 people that were there to just fill in, like, we have some people I can edit, they can work boom operator, do most of that stuff, and then all I really need to do is think about getting some actors for the production. And we'd have a studio. We could do projects for other people too, I'm fine with that. But the main purpose would be to edit videos for my YouTube channel. And then it got me thinking, what if I lived there? What if I found, like, because there are plenty of, I know you can have, like, apartments above restaurants and other business places. So I thought something like that, but not exactly, it wouldn't be like an apartment type of thing. I would have, like, some living space somewhere in this big studio, and then the rest of it would be my studio. Now, I kind of like that idea, but I kind of don't, because, well, you can't, like, you can have businesses in residential areas as long as you don't obstruct the flow of traffic and have like way too much traffic to that area, making the street not safe for the kids and stuff that play there. Like my mom, she's a chiropractor, works out of her home, but she only has like 1 or 2 cars at a time that are her clients coming to her house to get adjustments. So it would be a little bit weird to have like a movie studio kind of thing there, especially if I did work for people. I don't know if that would work out legally to have it in a neighborhood area, and plus the kind of noise that movie studios can generate. I mean, we're already filming houses anyways, and you know, there's not much you could do if I was like filming at my house kind of a thing. But if I had a full-on studio, it would make it a lot more tricky. And so as much as I'd love to live in a studio, I probably wouldn't, because then I want my family to be in a neighborhood with other kids nearby so that my kids have some friends to play with. Yeah. But I think a studio would be cool. And the reason I think about living there is because, well, I don't have to pay off a house and pay rent on a studio, or potentially it off. Like if I get a studio, I would really like to build it somewhere where I'm not paying rent. Like I bought this piece of land, I paid for this building to be erected, and it's mine. I don't really pay any rent like I would if I went to an already assigned business area and there was an empty warehouse and I said I'm going to pay this company rent to use it. No. But also, after thinking about it, I could really see why people have studios and larger teams than they do. You know, especially working on my last short film, I'm really starting to see the value of a team. I kind of understood always along the time that a bigger team means you can do more and get more done faster, but never really understood it. And I'm finally doing that. You know, I'm finally seeing why productions pay money for somebody else to do it when they could do it themselves. You'd be like, why not just do that yourselves? It's a huge benefit, especially if it's just like two people. You have one person, or we'll say three, it's a camera operator, editor, and a filmer. You've got one person who's shooting the videos on the camera, the other person is in the camera talking about whatever and actually doing the video, and then the third person is editing. And so while that one video is getting edited down, you can be shooting the next video. That sounds great. Yeah. So I definitely want a team, and I would like a studio as well. It'll probably just be like something small in my house, personal for me, and then, you know, maybe a few other people come over and shoot and stuff like that. I wouldn't have a lot of, what's the word? I wouldn't have a big studio at the beginning. You know, but it's something that's nice to think about. I would like to have, especially, you know, if it was where I bought it and I wasn't paying rent to somebody. But I guess the final thing too, if I did have a studio, I would try and competitively price myself. You know, like that's kind of my strategy for my company that takes old movies and transfers them to DVD. I still need to go and look into how I get my license renewed for that, but I haven't because it's not getting a lot of traffic. But if you guys need some VHS tapes transferred to DVD, hit me up in the comment section below and we'll find a way to work out something. But that car just pulled out a little bit too slow from the Smith's parking lot as they started taking off. Interesting, that's why there was a honk there. But so if I did open the studio up to other people coming and filming, I would definitely want it to be a competitively priced thing. Like I would go, I don't know, $1 or $2 less per hour or whatever than what other people charge, because especially if I didn't need to. Like there is a point where you kind of have to charge this much if you're going to make a profit. You can't go any cheaper. Happens quite often. So hopefully all my team would have other sort of jobs and stuff, and this is kind of like a side thing almost, so they can do it, but it's more than just but we could do it cheaply because of that. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Hey, one person watching. Hey, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Share it with your friends. If this wasn't intriguing enough, share something else with your friends. But that's kind of plans what I'm thinking of. I'll see you guys in whatever's next.